TLDR, just to recap this entire situation up to this point, Viacom not only used Britney's little sister's name to save their show All That, Britney showed up and guest starred in an episode. Britney's sister gets an entire show, she gets pregnant, and the show ends. Britney is sabotaged by Viacom for her big comeback performance. Viacom makes the entire news cycle affecting Britney's career to this day. They pump jokes about her to all their different properties. Dan Schneider begins working with Britney's musical producers on the regular for his shows on Viacom. And 3 years later, as Britney's making headlines for her behavior, Dan Schneider took the moment to make a heartless parody about her on his biggest show ever, including a fake song using the same musicians surrounding Britney. Since the episodes aired, several news organizations have called Dan Schneider and Nickelodeon out, saying that making fun of Britney's mental health on a kids show obviously aged horribly. But what about Ginger herself? Even though the episode itself is grossly inaccurate, describing Ginger as a
what? Okay, that was a clip from Secret Society's newest video, Ginger Fox, iCarly's Lost Pop Star, and Darkest Secret. Okay, I had no idea anything about this. I just clicked on it because I was like, oh, this is interesting about iCarly. I thought it was going to be about some character. It was about some character, but apparently the character is based off Britney Spears. It is insane, the rabbit hole, like how everything is connected. And did you guys know that Britney Spears was on like the White House payroll? Because when Bush was president, Britney Spears, the brand, was in charge of creating a distraction so that people wouldn't be looking at Bush for doing a bad job or not handling something properly. So Britney Spears would have to somehow make it in the tabloids so that all eyes were on her and not paying attention to how bad he was doing, and specifically around 9/11. Now, this is all allegedly, but there are rabbit holes that you could go down and you can figure this out, okay? She was apparently, the Britney Spears brand was on the payroll for the White House so that she would create distractions around that time. Interesting, because 9/11 happened when? In 2001. In 2001, Britney and Justin Timberlake supposedly died in a car accident. You guys remember that when the radio show host Kramer, Twitch and Kramer, exposed it, and then they had to retract their statements because no, just kidding, Britney's alive, everybody. And this was before the time of social media, so it was like just one person leaked it and then it was like just retract, and it was like a Mandela effect, erased from time and history. There are so many reports through the years of Britney dying, and then all of a sudden, no, she's alive again. And now what we see is this AI version of her. Is this not insane, you guys? Did they create Britney just to be the economy? You guys know I made this video about how Space Dad always posts Britney, Russia, money, the White House, President Trump, and I said Britney is the economy. Was she ever even a real human? Was she created? Is she an alien? Like, what is happening here? What kind of Westworld shit are we in?